What's up, everyone? CenterStrain01 back at you with more Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell HD Trilogy. Time to bring you the second game in the series, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Pandora tomorrow. Go ahead and hit that like button to show your guys the support for a great game. Number 1 is already done. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and check it out. It's on my channel. Otherwise, hit that like button and let's do it. It's time to play Pandora tomorrow.
Pandora tomorrow.
Alright, it's time to do this. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Pandora tomorrow. It is finally time. I'm so excited to actually get into this. I hope you guys are as well. Don't forget to hit that like button. Show us support. Let's get these videos to the top. We're going to be doing this on the hardest difficulty. Nice, perfect, hopefully, stealthy playthrough, as well as take no damage. At least those are my goals. So I'm going to probably put a video out every other day or so just to give it some views. So don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and let's do it.
It wasn't your day.
Well, I wasn't very good in simulation.
The NSA just called me. We have a problem in East Timor.
What kind of problem?
A big one.
What is Douglas doing here?
That's exactly what you have to find out, sir. Fisher, welcome back to the front.
Welcome back indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this game. It looks absolutely amazing. This is like a 7-year-old game, and it still today looks this great. I love it.
Let's work on stealth. Your gun should always be your last resort. Invisibility is your best weapon. We've got a network of photocells on your suit connected to a visibility meter on your OPSAT. If the meter's at 3, you're lit up like Times Square.
Now, I do have to mention that a couple of things have changed since the first game. Reason being, this game is actually made by Ubisoft Shanghai, I believe, where the original was made by Ubisoft Montreal. So there are a little bit differences, not too much. Mostly kind of just in the behind-the-scenes stuff, as well as the HUD is a little different. Kind of a little bit more color than the original game, as you can see. It just brings out kind of more, you know, they're just a little bit more used to the tech that they're working with. Again, this game was only made 1 year after the original, so for what they did in the short amount of time that they had is actually pretty amazing. Now, this commentary is after the fact that I've already played this level. Some episodes will actually be live commentary, but some will also be just like this, where the commentary is dubbed over top of it. That way I can kind of explain my thought process and things like that as I go through this game. I guess it just really depends on how I feel at the time. But this first section's pretty easy. Just, you know, they kind of mixed the training level in with a real level. If you remember in the first one, there was a whole training level, whereas this one, it's just pretty much the first level is the training level, but it's also part of the story. So
Before you infiltrate the embassy, let me reintroduce DP Brunton, our interagency consultant. He's got an update for the mission.
I'll keep it brief. I'm sure you know I'm excited to be part of the team. The Joint Chiefs want this mission kept non-lethal and alarms at flat 0. We can't endanger the hostages.
Understood. And with some due respect, leave anything Lambert can say to Lambert. I don't want the voices in my head to become a crowd.
Get inside the embassy. This situation is delicate and largely unknown, so walk softly.
So obviously, as you can see so far, it's just kind of definitely taking you by the hand, slowly teaching you how to jump, teaching you how to climb pipes, open doors, things like that. Here's a brand new move in Pandora tomorrow, which is the SWAT turn, which is actually very useful because if you use this move when an enemy is facing you, he actually can't see you, even though it's obviously you just cross in front of him. But, you know, it's just kind of something that they added. They always wanted to add a little bit more for every game, and this was kind of the second game. I actually don't even remember if it's in Chaos Theory or not. I believe it is, but this was mainly something that was just used for Pandora tomorrow, at least put out there to be used for Pandora tomorrow. Now again, since this is like the training level, it's kind of throwing everything at you, so it's teaching you to use your thermals, to use your night vision. That way you can get by certain areas. Obviously there's mines up ahead, and we have to figure out how to get by on piece of cake. Alright, so as you guys can see that the lighting in this game is just amazing. It just gets better and better with each game. And of course you're just going to be blown away when we play Chaos Theory, which will obviously be the next game in the series. And up here is definitely one of my favorite moves on all of Splinter Cell. I believe only the first 4 Splinter Cell games you can actually do the, what is it called, split jump. And it's what's really cool is in Pandora tomorrow they added the fact that you could jump higher to get to more elevated kind of areas and stuff like that. So they're always adding something in every game, which kind of gives you a reason to go back and continue with Sam Fisher and all of his stories.
Grimm's found you a back door.
Avoid the main gate at all cost. Blueprints show an ornamental stream running beneath the entrance. Looks like a viable way in.
A little wet's better than a little dead. That stream's your way in, even if it means moving slowly to minimize your noise level. Fisher, be careful. This village is a walk in the park compared to what needs to be done inside the embassy.
So since I'm going for a no alert walkthrough as well as no damage taking whatsoever, it's going to be very, very difficult. There's going to have to be a lot of diversions and things like that to get around. Also, I believe there's different different trophies that you can get for, say, only using your 5.57 or whatever. So I'm most likely not going to even use the SC-20K, which is the assault rifle that we get. I'm just going to be sticking to the handgun. I'm not going to be killing anyone, unless, of course, it is, you know, mandatory that you have to. But I'm going to try to get by everybody that I can with either diversion or just sneaking through, maybe being a little patient. For those of you that saw the first playthrough of mine, then you'll understand the type of Splinter Cell guy or the type of stealth guy that I am in general. And that's, of course, what I'm going to do for the entire series. Hopefully I can get through the whole series without ever being alerted one time. But we'll see, because it's only going to get harder and harder, so hopefully we can keep it up. I think we can. It's a good challenge, and I like a good challenge.
The situation is getting worse in the embassy. They seem to be killing hostages now.
I've got a man in my way, Lambert. How flexible is my zero fatality mandate?
As a rock. In fact, we want you to make a new friend. From your onboards, that man looks like one of Sedano's lieutenants. Interrogate him. Find out what he knows about Sedano's defense parameters. The chatter we're sifting sounds bad, but lacks specifics. Details on your OPSAT.
I need information.
I don't speak English.
I'd be willing to bet your neck that you do.
I know a little English.
Good to hear. I'm going inside to meet your friends. Anything I need to worry about?
They have guns.
I'm shocked and amazed. What else?
My men planted the mines on our way out. We had to to defend the village.
Escort who?
Nothing.
Escort who?
Ah! Nobody. I made a mistake.
Escort who?
Ah! I don't know his name. Somebody important to Sedano. He's got an American accent and one of his legs is fake. A bald man with dead eyes.
A fake leg?
Yes. Go ahead and kill me. That's all I know.
Valum, you there? Got some light? Valum, you hear me?
Definitely one thing you want to watch out is I definitely recommend just wait right here. Don't even worry about this guy. He's going to kind of do his rounds. Pretty much go back into the house and then you can just sneak by without even have to worry about it. No reason to take him out. Again, I'm not going to take out everybody in every map. I'm just going to take out the ones that are kind of a necessity. The ones that are exactly in my path. There's no way I can think of at that moment to get around them. Just letting you guys know of the kind of Splinter Cell kind of what's going on in my mind. I feel that might help you guys as well for those of you that want to put up your own walkthroughs and playthroughs and need help with commentating and stuff like that.
The flash notes confirm there was a hostage situation. Indonesian militants.
Yeah, but the hostages are somebody else's game. You're here for information, and especially the information held by Douglas. Shetland's your objective. We need to know how much data was lost. Freeze, Fisher. Not a muscle. Sedano is right on top of you. If he sees you, this mission is over.
But why me? I didn't see anything.
But did you hear something?
No. Just Pandora tomorrow. And then a lot of gibberish.
Huh.
I couldn't understand any of it.
Give me a buzz.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is Shetland safely separated from the others?
Absolutely. Kim doesn't open the door unless I radio him. We should break his fingers if we want him to talk.
Yes, maybe. But do it quietly. Slowly.
Talk, damn you. Where is it? I only have to keep you alive. I don't have to keep you comfortable. Don't tempt me.
Douglas, it's been a while.
Fisher? My God, man, you're getting old.
You still in one piece?
Where are the rest of the SEALs?
I'm working alone. Haven't been Navy for a decade.
Then who you with?
I'm here on damage control. Just came to smash your computer.
Thank God. Oh, should I say the CIA?
Keep guessing.
I tried to destroy it, but who knows how much data they were able to pull down. I've consulted on security for targets all over the world. Who do you work for? Delta?
No. Staying anonymous.
Uh-huh. Maybe you've got a use for this storage device I pulled off the gorilla I killed.
Thanks. How'd you hide it from your guard?
Just wash your hands when you're done with it.
It was PGP encrypted. Easy stuff.
For all the good it did us, the body text is gibberish. Brunton thinks it's a regional Indonesian dialect. We're looking for a translator.
But we got the sender's alias, Mortified Penguin, and 4 words in the body text, Redbeard, Saulnier, and Springfield.
My CIA people came through for us. The dialect is Timorese Mambay. There's an agency bureaucrat working in the embassy, an Indonesian linguist, a woman named Carlson.
First name Ingrid. She's being held in a tower off the garden behind the embassy grounds. Grimm's working on a way to contact her without alerting her guard. Carlson's your next objective. Details on your OPSAT.
Alright, so as you can see I just whistled, which is definitely comes in handy a lot. And obviously this guy we're going to need to take out. There's just too many things that kind of are surrounding us. We need to take out that guy so we can actually think. We got two guys up ahead that are just looking at some glass or some floor plans or something like that. But we have a bottle over here on the right. So my plan is to throw the bottle somewhere and get them looking in other directions. That way we can kind of sneak up, not really behind them, but just out of the way and kind of, you know, try to figure out without shooting anything or without any, that kind of stuff. Just use what we have in the environment around us. So we got, you know, their attention. Obviously we're able to sneak around to this side because they're not looking in this area. So it kind of makes sense to use something else. But we also have another bottle over here. So, I mean, pretty much we can just do the same thing in the opposite direction. Make them look left. That way we can kind of sneak by right. You know, it just makes sense. And of course you don't need to take everybody out. Like I said, I don't plan on it. So, you know, stick to my guns.
Probably just shadows.
I've also noticed that the shadows and things like that are a lot harder to read in this game. There is, however, only 3 bars to your, you know, how invisible you are. But at the same time, when you've got your night goggles on, it's a lot harder to actually tell if you're in the dark or not. You really kind of have to stare at that meter to make sure that you're still in the covered area. I found that in the original Splinter Cell, it wasn't as hard. But in this one, it is a little bit harder than it was before, so.
You're not gonna like this.
Chances are.
Security camera tap shows a lone guard overlooking the next courtyard wearing night vision goggles. There's an automated searchlight they haven't shut down. Should be blinding through night goggles.
You're telling me to stay in the light?
I said you wouldn't like it.
Alright, so there's our objective right there. We got to get to this lady who's going to be able to figure out what this message says. But in order to do that, we've got a guy who's got some night vision goggles on. So obviously we're going to have to get inside the light, which is a kind of a whole like opposite of what a Splinter Cell is. You always want to avoid light. So I actually kind of like how they did that. They kind of made it in order to defeat someone who is like you, you have to, you know, do the opposite of what you would normally do. So it's pretty cool. The other thing is that you really don't know where this light is going to go. Sometimes it changes its pace. It goes left, it goes right, it goes fast, slow. Sometimes it'll catch up to you. So you really got to kind of pay attention. But at the same time, always make sure you're right in that light. Now, however, there are a couple of ways that you can actually get up here. One way is you can go through the building and actually around the back and go up through the hall, and that's an easy way to get to it or whatever. But why do that when we can climb up the building? I mean, that just seems more fun to me. So there's a little pipe here. Obviously, you can tell what kind of pipes you can actually climb and which ones you can't. This is the same type of pipe that was in the earlier part when Sedano just killed that guy that you had to climb. So that's why I was like, I guess you could climb it. But then again, I know if someone was climbing a pipe right next to me, I'd probably hear it. But, you know, AI, whatever.
Ingrid.
You must be my blind date. I hope the bit with the flashlight helped.
It did, thanks.
I'm doing the best I can. This hasn't turned out to be the desk job I was hired for. I'm a word cruncher.
Word crunching's what I need, look.
Nice PDA. Are you saving up for the color model?
Can you read it?
It's phonetical Mambe. Not a native speaker, but fluent. Gives numbers for a meeting place. 4857 North. 0308 East. 18 hours. The only reference to the location is Solnier. That's not Mambe. It says they're only a few weeks from securing the ingredients for the Springfield demonstration. And that's it. It's signed, Mortified Penguin. Mortified Penguin?
Your guess is as good as mine, but I wouldn't recommend guessing. And while you're at it, forget everything you've seen, heard, and said. Are you going to be all right if I leave here?
Would you stay if I said no?
Nope.
Well done, Fisher. There's a nice synchronicity between those coordinates and the name Saulnier. Both match a cryogenics lab in Paris.
And we just got word from Delta. They're sending their boys in.
Which means you're off the leash. Merry Christmas, Fisher. Shoot all the gorillas you like. You have a quick exit downstairs at the base of the tower. Cohen is waiting for you in the village.
The Osprey can't land in the village. Cohen's afraid of being too good a target. Cut the power from all the spotlights in the village. They'll fly as low as possible to pick you up at the end of the pier.
Alright, so pretty much all that's left is we got 2 guards up ahead, but we also have to shut off the lights. And in order to do that, we're going to have to take out the guards. I have found that pretty much the only way to do that is to do pretty much just like I do. I'm sure there's other ways, you know, to get their attention or whatever. But because as soon as you get up into the lighted area, you're pretty much seen. And their patterns are small enough to where it's like there's no way you can kind of just leave them alone. But there could be, you never know. I just didn't take too much time to think about it and said, okay, these guys are in my way, I gotta take them out. I've obviously noticed that I'm using the binoculars a lot more, which I'm actually gonna do. I don't even remember if, I think there was binoculars in the first one, but I never used them because I never really thought of it. But now that I actually have them, it kind of seems like it's a good idea to use them to see what's up ahead. Now this guy was kind of scaring me right here. He just kept following me in a little mini circle. So definitely want to watch out for that guy. But I didn't use the whistle method. I used the old method that I used in all the other Splinter Cell games, or should I say the first one, which was pretty much just jump up in the air. It's another easy way to kind of get their attention without actually alerting them to your presence. Again, make sure you hide the bodies because in every level you can lose, you know, a status or have an alert or something like that. And since this is a no alert walkthrough, obviously we want to make sure that we hide bodies good enough. Alright, now that's actually going to do it. All that's left is we got to make ourselves to the rendezvous point, which is just pretty much past here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first level to Splinter Cell Pandora tomorrow. I had a great time playing it. Again, like I said, videos will be uploaded pretty much every other day just to give them some views so people can know that they're out there. And of course, I've still got other stuff going on. Resident Evil, I'm going to put more up of that. My question and answers, all kinds of stuff coming up for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like, and we'll see you next time.